Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel, and here we are doing some more work. I've been doing bits and pieces without filming it. It's been a bit tough trying to save my business as well as like my shop and everything, and just survive the same as everybody else at this current difficult time. I'm currently in tier 4 like most of the UK. It looks like we're about to go into another lockdown, but on the plus side of that, I've got some good news for you. So I'm nearly done. I've got a couple of things left now to disconnect. I've fought my way around most of it. I'll show you around what I've done, and I'll turn the camera around for that. So obviously we're going in down into tier 4. My shop's shut, so I've got the time to do it, but it's been like -3 and stuff like up here. Snow's in the ground. You know what I mean? You can see it all behind me. So it's been blowing in snow different days. It's been chucking it down. It's been like so cold. I've just not been in the mood for it. But it's warmed up a little bit. I've come back out to do some of the jobs. The welder's been in touch, so should be ready maybe the end of this week, start of next week. So I'm on the final stages now. I just need to separate the tub. Everything's near enough undone. Just a couple of things left to do. Also, I'd like to let you know the guys from Rimmer Brothers, they've also got a January sale going on. So this is on the 1st of January till the 18th of January 2021. There's a 12.5% sale on parts all across the range, I think. So if you've got a classic or historic car that needs some bits and bobs, it's a good time to get it with 12.5% discount. So that's just rimmerbrothers.com. There'll be a link in the video description, so you can just click on it and go. That's the guys who are associated with me doing this little restoration project. So no, with further ado, let me spin the camera around and I'll show you around quickly what I've done, and I can tell you about some of the parts that have been delivered and bits and bobs really. So see you. Right, so back guys. So as you can see, the tools are still all over the place. It's how I like to roll. Most of the things now are disconnected, so anything that will stay on the tub goes with the tub now. I think I need to take this off, which is on a sticky pad, rather than just undo the connector, so I can then pull that across and put it on there. I think everything else then is pretty much good to go on the electric side. My choke cable's being a bit of a, I don't know if you can see down in there, but I've sprayed it with WD and stuff. It's one of these like pincing nut things, so this might just end up being chopped yet. I might just end up snipping that and get a new choke cable with this, because there's a sale coming up. Even though the choke cable works, I've got a couple of days. I'll keep manipulating it and see if I can do it, get some vice grips on it, clamp it and get it to free up, but it's stuck proper. So like I said, all the brackets are out now down here and stuff, but now it's just a case, I think it's surface rust and stuff that's actually holding it on. So I need to get a bar in and give it a bit of a gym. So what else have I been doing? So I don't know if you've seen, I've managed to rip all the back end out. I've now took all the gearbox tunnel out and the centre console. That was a bit of a pig to do. It didn't want to come out. It sort of wedged itself in. I've had to destroy my inner bit of carpet and gates, so I will need a new one of them. It was caught up on that, and God knows how they got the stereo in and everything like that at the same time, but it was just a bit of a nightmare. But that's off. My speedo's off. Handbrake is off, but I've done the wrong one, so I need to go underneath and do it from the U back there. So that's ready just to go in one. Didn't even need to take this off, but you live and learn, don't you? And steering wheel column needs to come out. So that'll be, I'm just in the process of doing that. I've took off my switch clusters and things, and I'm now in the process of looking of how it all comes to bits. So that'll be coming out next. And then, by the way, I'm having to lift and take this tub off anyway. By the looks of it, it looks like it's going to have to come up and go backwards and then up and out, just so it clears the gear knob. But it's also the bottom of the steering rack as well will be just protruding a little bit where you disconnect it, so it'll want to come back and out and up. Anything else I can sort of update you on? That's about it really. It's been just being out here in this cold garage. Like, it's not mine. I can't even put like a fan heater. Close the door and put a fan heater on. It's not my garage. It's not my electric. It is my neighbour's. So that's the centre console I took out. Look at my shoddy tool collection, guys. It is the crappiest tool collection ever. But I've done it all bar a couple of bolts. So steering rack out next. The throttle linkage on the throttle here, just a little bolt there, 3/8 bolt or something. So that looks like it just pops off as well. It might just pop off, but I'll disconnect it and then that'll come out. That linkage. There's the steering column there, but that disconnects just in there. So as I said, it'll just pull off and go that way backwards. Everything else is sort of disconnected. The wiring loom, I've brought back everything off the engine. Just this one red wire here, this is what I'm on about, but this should all come off. Because it looks a bit awkward to get a screwdriver in there, but if I've got to, I will do. Everything else is sort of good. And as I start pulling it away from the chassis, I just need to check that everything's free, like the brake lines off the body, any other wiring, so it can all sort of go. And once it's like that, I can then bundle it all up, put it in a bag, seal it up. Job's a good one. So hopefully when we pick it up, it doesn't fold in half. I'm keeping the doors on. I wish there's other stuff I might even try and brace in yet as well for the whole thing, and see if I can do it that way. But we're getting there. It's been a hard long slog to do it on my own. I've had my son could have come and helped me. A few of my mates who are interested into keen classic cars, they wanted to come and help me as well. Due to the COVID restrictions, I've just not been able to do it. I had time off at Christmas, but I didn't want to come in. Look, if you look, you can see right into the kitchen. So I didn't want to be sat in here on Christmas Day and Boxing Day on the thing. So I couldn't really do much for a couple of days then either. So that's how it is. It's a different year. It's kooky year, but it's how it is. So let's go in there. I'm gonna go back into my shop, and I'll. I don't know. Do you really want? I don't know if you need to see the panels. They're just metal panels, but I've had them all delivered in a couple of big boxes. So if you can imagine that, a couple of big boxes, and that's all the bits that are getting welded. So like I said, I've been through it before. Both floor pans, sills, inner sill strengthener, outer sills, end caps, boot floor, boot valance, inner wing lower quarter repair section. Lower wing repair section, and I think that's it off the top of my head. But I'm going to make the most of this 12.5% discount at Rimmers, because I know I'm going to need a new choke cable, because that ain't coming off. And there's a couple of other bits and pieces I might get as well, so who knows. Well, Happy New Year everyone, all the best for 2021. Let's see what it holds this year. Peace out.